for like 29. And today though, it's gonna be only up to 17. So we shall see. God, what's going on with the hair? It's the time for the hair dye. I think that's what's happening. That's what's happening on Friday. I'm gonna go see the hairdresser and get a fresh tune-up for the summer. What's up? Let's wait for some people to show up. Seems like there's a conference here where I am. Hi, Sanjini, how are you? Hope you're doing well. What are you wearing for your scent of the day? Let me know. And I'm getting mine done on Saturday. right. I was like looking at yesterday. I saw, because I these like red bits are the dye, but now, right, like it's gone orange a little bit. So I was like tying my kid's shoes, and he's like, Mom, your hair is orange. And I'm like, okay, I know it's the time to go to get it done. Hi, Deshaun, how are you? How are things with me? It was a rough night last night. It was quite a rough night last night with my little one. I don't know what he's going through. Last week he had a stomach bug, and last night he was up every in total. Last night I probably have gotten like 2 hours of sleep in like 15-minute like stretches. Hi, Babush, how are you? And so yeah, so I don't know how long I'm gonna last. Most likely, oof, not too bad looking, but I think I'm gonna die soon, like die soon in that, like, energy wise. So I probably will need a little bit of, yeah, it's hard. It's just like, you know, when the kids are sick, and you know, like, and then you don't get sleep, and like it's just the whole effect, like a ripple effect, right? Like, especially in the beginning of the week, then you go through that with the whole week. And you love the shades. I love the shades too. These are nice. These are nice. I'm sad that the boys have scratched a little bit of the bottom, but that's all right. That's all right. Can get them. I like sunglasses, actually. One day I'm gonna get that giant Chanel sunglasses. Hi, Stefan. How are you? Guys, drop your scent of the day. Tell me what you're wearing and how you're doing. Yeah, and they're playing catch up, yes. And then it just never happens, right? The catch up never happens, because it's life. It's life, and one after other. So for today, I decided yesterday, so I don't know if you remember, but Paroli had sent me a sample of Special for Gentleman, Special for Gentleman, a while ago, and I ended up getting, I tried it on the live with you guys, and that's why I'm saying you may remember. I tried it on a live, and did I not? I tried it on the live, and I really liked it. Then when we were looking at the, I was like, oh, this is very nice. Then I was looking online, and I noticed that, yeah, Paroli noticed that there was a change in format of the bottle. So the Galion bottles used to be, and I don't know if all of them are still like that, but they used to be in those like long bottles. Yeah, so I got my Tom Ford sunnies after years of wearing them, wanting them. Right. Try them. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna talk about it. So the Special for Gentleman was in those Galion bottles, that kind of a long cylindrical kind of format. But then when I was looking online, I saw that they were now in this format. This is what it's looking at. Bottles are looking at, and I think they also upped the price. The previous format, oh, I don't know. You don't quote me, but I think the previous format was like 140 euro or something like that. And then the new format, and it's about 200 euro for the 100 ml. I'm wearing the first batch of Dior Homme Intense from 2011. It's soft and elegant. Oh, very nice. So DHI 2011, is that the first batch of DHI? because I was told no, so I don't know. Hi Conley, how are you? Today was Costume National EDP. Very, very nice. I love Costume National. Is that Costume National per Homme, right? Like the black bottle? I really, really like that one. Oh, okay. Okay. Because who told me that wasn't? So I have a 2011 and I have a more recent one. And I have a jumbo of like the 150 ml one. It's just, I love that bottle. So Special for Gentleman from Galion now comes in these bottles. I don't mind the bottles. Like, we ended up, as we were looking, we ended up seeing it in somewhere for the old prices. Like, so it was about 140 some dollars, not 200 euro. So we ended up getting it. I ended up ordering a couple of bottles. Oh, so good, so good, so good. And I was, but that website had the pictures of the bottles were the old bottles. So I wasn't sure if I'm getting the old bottle or the new bottle. I ended up getting the new bottle, but now I'm not too sad because there's nothing changed to my nose. I don't think there's a reformulation. If there is, it's not significant. I don't detect anything different between I tried that yesterday side by side with the sample that Pearlie sent me, and they're both very, very good. This is as Pearlie has discovered recently, that I really like any labdanum heavy fragrances, and this is kind of that resin and labdanum and amber, the vanilla, Popanax, and lavender, and it's really, really nice with that lavender. Like I like they have like created a magic with the lavender and all the resinous notes. There's a little bit of I think it's castoreum or civet. Like it's one of those in this one. I don't, just maybe smidgen animalics in this, like very, 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 very like small dose that makes it edgy and sexy, but it's not it's not animalic. It's not, doesn't smell like some rodent's butt. So it's really, really good. And then there's a patchouli and oak moss as well in the base. It's absolutely great. I was about to ask where you got it from. You're in UK. That's a problem. I will, although I may know somewhere that would ship to you, but I will a discounter that will ship to you. But I will get back to you on that, Saint Jeannie. I'll send you a message on Discord. Costume National on Parfum. Yes. Beautiful. Costume National Parfum reminds me of Chanel number 18. Really? Chanel number 18 is really floral. I feel like a Costume National pour Homme, it's more kind of resinous and kind of like in that, and less floral. I don't know. Have you smelled the Bois d'Argent Spirit? Spirit. I became French for a second. Spirit. Hope you get some good sleep soon. Thank you, Carl, for that. No, I have not tried the Spirit. I am curious, and once it's here, usually like I can get it now from my guy and my plug, but it's I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay like a retail or even half retail. So once the hype is down, he told me, and the prices will be down, and I'll get you that one. Have you tried it, Carl? Yes. Am I crazy? Well, I don't know if you're crazy, but from the number 18, I get a lot of like iris and rose and aldehydes. I can't say I get that from Costume National. Sanjini, my guy, sounds so dodgy. Yes. Like you haven't, it's like a mafia. No, but I will buy, I think. I'll have to have a sniff. Yes, I hope it's not, it's funny, right? Like how when they do it, and the eau de cologne is whatever they had, the cologne version that was very nice, and then they went back, then they like the version after that wasn't too bad. It was just been watered down over time. And now they're gonna make a spirit that's gonna smell like cologne. It's just funny. Um, I have to have a sniff. Still obsessed with the Dries Van Noten. Dries Van Noten, like a Frederick Malle Dries Van Noten? Or which one? It's just, or Dries Van Noten fragrances. Oh, I miss, I feel like I should put on some of my Dries Van Noten this week. If it warms up a little bit tomorrow, I'm gonna put the, what's the Neon Garden. I really, really like the Neon Garden from the Dries Van Noten fragrances. But also Frederick Malle Dries Van Noten, that's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I have 100 ml, and that's a gorgeous one. Too sad that all those nice things have been discontinued. So if you haven't tried Galion, the Special for Gentleman, please do try. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's an ambery, resinous, really, really deep resinous, ambery, a little bit edgy, sexy with patchouli, and a little bit of just smidgen animalic with lavender. It's really, really good. It's just love it. Absolutely love it. I honestly didn't even know that today is not going to be that warm. I don't check weather very often, which is the wrong thing to do in Canada. We usually wake up in the morning and we have to check the temperature, because we could have been wearing parka today and like dress tomorrow. So, but by the time that I picked this one, I was like, I don't give a shit like how the weather is going to be. I'm going to wear this one. So, no, the range Dries Van Noten fragrances, they are so good. They are very, very good. The range of the Dries Van Noten fragrances are very good. My favorites are Rocknummer, Soie Malakis, Fleur de Mal, Neon Garden, and Santal Greenly. Greenery? I think it's Santal Greenery. I wasn't a fan of the vanilla one. I think Sandra told me, and I think she's right. Sandra told me that one of the vanilla ones smells like the La Plus Beau Jour de Ma Vie from Guerlain. Very, very nice. Neon Garden is so nice. It's so sheer. I ended up getting like a 200 ml refill of Neon Garden because I was like, meh. And the prices of 200 mls, it's like refills. So you get a bottle like for, let's say, Soie Malakis, like the, or however you say the name, it's about 290 euro now. They've jacked up the prices from before. And then you get a refill of 200 ml, which is, you know, twice as much for I think it's 330 now. And, you know, on top of that, when I'm visiting Europe and I'm leaving, I'll get like a 12% off, right, from bot. So that's really, yeah, the prices are crazy, but I may as well, like, because I have so many bottles and decants and whatever I transfer, that I'm never gonna buy the bottle itself anymore, because it's refillable anyways. Like, I'll just buy the refills. What's the point? Wish them sold, they sold in the airport. Yes, wouldn't that be nice? No, they don't sell in the airport, and there aren't really a lot of stores that have Dries Van Noten, even in Europe. I found it a little bit, I don't remember seeing them in France. To be honest, I don't know if I was looking for them. But I ended up seeing them in Rome, in Rinascente. There's the Rome store, the Rinascente in Rome had it. But when I went to Milan the first year, Rinascente in Milan didn't have Soie Malakis, only Mazzolari had Dries Van Noten. And I don't think Rinascente has the Dries Van Noten either. It's Mazzolari's store that has it. That's a Selfridge is exclusive for them here. Yes. Oh, okay. I see. And sometimes I see their prices on their own website, like when you go on the Dries Van Noten store. It's higher than you can find in Selfridges, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Jeannie, you like the note of fig and Santal Greeny? I like the note of fig and Santal Greeny, and I'm not really a fig person. Generally, I despise the fig, kind of a milky fig fragrance, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. Sorry guys, I need to caffeinate. Caffeinate. Yeah, otherwise I'll probably die today. The next one is that I have brought this. I have brought this for Charlene to smell. It's, I don't know if she's smelled it or not. It's Salvatore Ferragamo Testa di Moro. This one. This one. I think this is a 2018 fragrance. Let me just, I just want to take a look for a sec, just a sec. Fragrance. And, oh, so good. This is the incense, dry fruit, the leather, like a very smooth leather. It's not really suede to me, but it is more leather, and there is some resinous notes in this one that are absolutely gorgeous. I don't know why Salvatore Ferragamo, I think that Fabrice Pellegrin is the perfumer. I don't know why the range is not being talked about. Nobody's talking about these. Nobody's like hyping these. I don't know why they're not as popular, because they're as good as many other, and the prices among the discounters is quite affordable. So if you go on Fragnet or yeah, Fragnet has some of them for like $140. Like, it's quite cheap. They're hard to sample. I haven't seen them anywhere, Mitra. Yeah, yeah, that is correct. So it's, you know, I haven't seen the samples, but the bottles are, the prices are good. I'm actually, maybe I should just put them on for sampling for people in my groups, and now that I'm thinking. The problem is, even like when you're decanting these things that are nobody's talking about, it's not Delina or whatever, it doesn't really sell well, and it takes a while, and you know, like 4 years later, everyone will be looking for Salvatore Ferragamo. I often find that, like, that's something that I bring, and like I offer samples, and then nobody wants any of it, and then like 4 years later, people are like, oh, do we still have a sample? I know. Haven't tried that one. Which one? Sean, do you like Aramis Modern Leather? Oh, Aramis. Oh, I've never tried anything from Aramis. Very aromatic, subtle leather, easy to wear. I like it very much. Very nice. That sounds good. Aramis is one of the older brands around, isn't it? Like, I haven't seen, I think Aramis is like an old brand, because I remember seeing it, I think, on my dad's stuff. Like, okay, Moose. Hi. It's just the sunglasses, dude. Like, this is like $20 sunglasses. Apparently it's very good on lives. I don't even know if in person, if you saw it, you thought it would be this good, but but it is good on the live. Yes, it is. My grandfather used to wear Aramis. Oh, yes. So I remember seeing them. My uncle, who's older than my dad, that had them on his like dresser. I used to see them there. Queen's looking incredible. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm really curious about these older brands. Like the Aramis is one. There's 4711 is one. Old, really old fragrances and old fragrance houses. And it's funny, like when you look at the, you know, the formula and all of that, and even with Le Jardin Retrouvé, when I was talking to the owners now, and they had brought back you know, his grandfather's recipes, right? So it was, you could, it just excites me, like, in that piece of history, you know, that people bring back. I really want to try a modern, like, I don't know, today's Jupe, and see what it smells like. I remember even the memory of the Jupe body spray that I used to put on. It's stronger than any perfumes that I have ever worn today. And and I remember even back then, I felt like, this is too much, but I would drench myself anyways. Like, it was just like, it would be just like drench in that body spray. Like, I probably would go through a body spray in like 3 days. But I'm curious to try like a Jupe, modern Jupe today, and see what's that about these days. Like, you know, sometimes it's funny when you go back and see things that you would wear, and things that you would, you know, like even clothing wise. God, I go back to my teenage clothing kind of pictures, and I'm like, ugh, brother, ugh. But it is what it is, right? Like that's how we are. It's kind of funny to see the, you know, the evolution from that time and moving forward. Just ordered 30 ml of Bois d'Armenie. Very, very nice. That's awesome. Bois d'Armenie is beautiful. I'm actually getting a bottle of Neroli Plein Sud, even though I didn't like it at the store the first time I tried it. I'm like, maybe just give it a try. People seems to be liking it, and there was a 100 ml bottle for a good price, and I'm like, sure. So we'll see when that gets to me. We should be getting, from Guerlain, we should be getting Amour Celeste in June. That is in those special edition bottles, probably will be around $800 to $1,000 Canadian a bottle. I've been hearing mixed things about the notes. I haven't seen the note pyramid being released. If you have, just let me know. But I think it's going to be a fruity floral. So I don't know if I'm going to get it. I used to wear, me too, that's universal. Yeah, I used to wear Jazz body spray in my mouth. It was just a dress code dupe, and everyone used to compliment me. In my youth. Okay, why did I read that mouth? Jeez. Yeah. And you know what? I mean, people tell me about these things. There's a brand that is like a exclamation mark. I don't know what the name of that is, that brand. But that, like, people say, like, people say, yeah, people say they get compliments about that all the time. I haven't smelled it. So, y'all, I am also not only ADHD, but I'm also dyslexic. So if I, like, read things wrong, that's what's happening. Who allowed me to like, I know, right? What are the differences of the first and modern version of Bois d'Armenie? I didn't feel like there was a huge difference between it's not like Cuir Beluga for sure. Like Cuir Beluga, like the older version, had a lot more pronounced leather and resinous and lasted much longer. But Bois d'Armenie, I felt it was fine, to be honest. I know that the formulation code is different, and the colors of it. So sometimes you can get a Bois d'Armenie that is like green. Sometimes you can get a Bois d'Armenie that is yellow. And that's based on the formulation. But to be honest, I have never smelled a Bois d'Armenie that thought, oh, this is significantly different than the other. So I don't know. Genie drinking perfumes. I thought for a moment, was that a thing? Like, is that a thing that you do? Y'all, like, I was like today's years old. Not today's years old, no. It's 10, 15 years ago, I found out in the context of whatever, my work, somehow related to my work, I found out that you could spray the hairspray in a fizzy drink and make it alcoholic. And that's how it's kind of like a poor people's alcohol, or like whatever, like desperate people's alcohol. And just the idea of it was like, brother, ew. Like, or like you can, if you put hand sanitizers, and if you put some salt in the hand sanitizers, you're coming to get me for these criminal ideas. If you put some salt in a hand sanitizer, it separates the alcohol, and you can, like, some people drink that alcohol, which is, oh, it's just a sad part of humanity, to be honest. But I was like, is that a thing, that to spray of perfume in your mouth? But anyway, ultimate scent was breath refresher. It was by Cody, called exclamation. Yes. I remember the advert. So funny. Jeannie loves to top up on perfume. Oh my god, that's funny. That's my other hobby, Deshaun. I'm out of it right now. Cheers, Jeannie. Thanks, Mitra. I mean, think about it. It's 80% alcohol, right? Like, most of the time. Like, if there was a way that you could take the aromatic chemicals away, I mean, I'm sure it will make you blind and your kidney function would be like down to crap. But anyways, considering the fridge. You found my secret, Christina. People are here sniff glue. I know, so nothing surprising. Yeah, sniffing glue, sniffing paint thinner, sniffing gasoline. It's a thing, and it's just like, God, the depth of the problem, right? Like, where have we gone in the humanity, like where we are at? It's sad in general. It's not a, to be honest, I look at it as like the society in general has a responsibility as where we have gone, in that, and that's a sad state. I'm not blaming the person who's doing it, but it's a sad state that we've gone in, and like, it's just, some drugs are, like, is encouraged, and like, it's natural, it's okay, it's like, you know I don't want to start the pot conversation, but it's, it is this kind of like a subculture of, oh, a little bit of a here and that recreationally is okay. And I was like, okay, so recreational, what is it doing for you, right? Like, it's that, why do you need that to be funny? Why do you need that to enjoy something? You know what I mean? It's even with alcohol, like, and I mean, I have once in a while, I have a, glass of wine with my dinner. Like, for me, it's, I don't I only drink like a Riesling from white wine, because I feel like it tastes good. Like, it has that a little bit of a fizziness, even though it's not a fizzy wine, but it's also very sweet. Like, to me, I like the taste of it. But if you need alcohol to be funny, and if you need alcohol to relax, there is always a question that, why do I need that to, to get there? Why can't I get there on my own? You know what I mean? Let me see. I fell behind in the comments. People here say, yeah, anything is a high if you're brave enough. Yes, I mean, exactly, right? You can get high off of anything. Oh, God. The first time I heard someone was like using bath salts, and I was like, bath salts? I was so naive, right? Like, where I am from, like, so back in the day, when I lived there, and back in the day, using drugs is like very taboo, very taboo. Like, your family would just disown you. It's just very taboo, including all these things that are considered mild here, like marijuana or hashish or things like that. That's like very, very taboo. So I have never even had an alcoholic beverage until I was 21. And that was not because that it was kind of limited access in Iran. But anyhow, um, what was I getting at? Oh, anything is a high. So yeah, the first time I heard someone like using bath salts, and I was like, bath salts? It's like, bath salt, how can it get you high? People are so desperate that they're sniffing bath salts. And then I realized that was another chemical thing. It wasn't really the bath salt that I use, or Epsom salt. Don't give ideas. Well, we have seen Jeremy spraying it in his mouth. He sprays a lot of other things in his mouth, probably. If Jesus lover did it. Listen, folks, I would never waste my vintages on that. Exactly. Skin and clothes only, thank you. Yes. I like the smell of nail polish. Oh, yeah, so that's another kind of like, it's almost like a nail polish. Yeah, what is in the nail polish that it smells like? I don't know. I'm Delulu enough naturally, Chris. Did you like Armani Code, Mitra? I really like Armani Code. Yes. I should do a review on that one. I haven't worn it actually since I tried it, but I should do. But in the right setting, plant drug can be used beneficial. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. It's just that I feel like everything I try to be mindful of everything I do on a daily basis. If I'm doing something, why am I doing, and what's it doing for me? If I'm just doing it it's not a coping strategy for me. It's not to be funny, and it's not like whatever serene function. I just want to try it. That is fine. That is fine. But if I'm doing it and it's just because I can't get to a certain state without it, then it comes a question saying, is this a medication? Is this a medicine? Am I treating myself like for anything? And is there a better treatment than this? And if it's not, it's okay if it's a medicine wise. And if there is, then we'll have to rethink. Like, I try to be mindful of what I'm doing, right? Like, even about Like it's sometimes just about eating or drinking or like coffee or anything. It's just like, well, if I'm gonna do it, let me do it mindfully with the purpose. Jeannie, there's a lot of progress, especially on psilocybin, so we may live one day to witness them being used. Don't start me on that. I have my own ideas, and it's not just my personal ideas, because I do have education in the field. So I'd like to see more studies of the therapeutic benefits, exactly. And you like to see a lot of other things. And I feel like we are in an age of dopamine, really, is that dopamine, like it's so readily available, and getting it very easily from things. And what it does over time, it's drives your brain on dopamine override. And there's a certain capacity of the brain to make the brain can make dopamine, but the receptors that are receiving it, on the other hand, your brain is not going to say, oh, let's get excited about all these dopamine. Eventually, in long run, the receptor in the synapses would be less and less available to receive the dopamine. And so what that does in long run is that the more the mass release of dopamine you give, the lesser receptors on the other end. So it doesn't matter how much you pour into the synapse. There is less available receiver there. As if like I've closed the door, doesn't matter how much food is outside my door. If I've closed the door and I'm not opening it, I don't get it, right? So what it does in long term, and people say, so oh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is that, number one, you will need more and more dopamine over time to achieve the state that you wanted to achieve. And the things that made you feel good before doesn't make you feel good anymore, right? Like this state of dysphoria over time, that chronic dysphoria, that's people explain. And even when I've talked about this in another live, like, so they did an experiment on, I don't know why I'm going so nerdy, but I'm gonna go nerdy anyways. This is some of my actually areas of interest. So they did an experiment on rats, and they injected them with cocaine, escalating dose of cocaine on a daily basis, and then they measured their level of excitation by their movement, and as the time went, they they measured their kind of, obviously they built tolerance, right? They built tolerance to the cocaine, and it's not that their level of movement it increases parallel to increase in the dose of cocaine. And then they stopped the cocaine for these rats, and then they kept them sober for about a year, and then they gave them cocaine again at about a year, but at the dose that they had given him at the last experiment, the highest dose that they had received a year before. And what they found out was that the level of excitement was the same as it was at the end of the experiment. So what it says here, it means that the receptors did not, increase, even though for a year had passed since they were like sober. And so that means that in that 1 year that they were sober, so they were not getting cocaine or anything, the general things that would make them feel good and release like naturally dopamine for them, like a touch, and snuggling with their babies or things like that, it didn't make them feel as good, which is kind of really, really sad. Really sad. Okay, so I got a very long tangent on here. Anyone mentioned this? Turn on. Stop it. I don't need one of my children with that problem. Here he is. Hi all. Funny. Good morning. I apparently stumbled into a serious day. Yes, we were talking about a whole, I don't know how we got here. I don't know it. Oh, Sanjini, it was all you with spraying your fragrances in your mouth. You talked me to a tangent. Talking about using certain plants with a psychiatric guide to remove all the patterns and take us back to rebirth, to help us understand things without ego. Yes. I do understand what you mean. Um, then the rats started to fly. Red Bull gives you wings. Yes. Oh, caffeine. Came for perfume. Got educated with the Queen's Professional Insight. Thank you. Sorry, I go on these rats anyways. The rats loved it so much they turned to Jeremy. Right? I mean, if you like think about the overlap of the addiction in Fracom, I mean, all of us have some sort of obsession or maybe addiction with perfumes, but like the overlap of addiction, how many people you have seen in Fracom that they've turned to fragrances after they quit drinking alcohol or drugs? How many people you have seen? It's a lot. It's a lot. I would say it would be really a lot. Yes, that's real mom schooling. You tell them. Yes, 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 yes. We got here from drinking perfumes. You started, yes. You know, your no-buy can't be saved with or without plants or any type. No, my no-buy, it's actually plants are not really good for my no-buy, because it might get me to the point that I will pull the, you know, I go to checkout. Mom's no-buy is going well, but not perfume related. Where is Waffle when you need him to take us on a crazy tangent? Well, you know, Mitra does better. It's like being in school. Yes, that's why my views are dropping here, but that's okay. That's okay. If one person hears this and it makes them think for a moment about the behavior that they have in life. I've had the purpose today. I have achieved what I needed to achieve for today. That's why my thinking. I'm chatting about this all day. Guilty. How do we treat perfume? Dopamine. That's hard. It's like, you know, what's it? There's a book called, talked about this in one of my mental health groups. Dopamine in Age of Indulgent, I think. It's really good. It's a really good book on this, and it talks about dopamine fasting. And when you read about what dopamine fasting is, it's really hard work to do, really hard work to do. But I feel like at some point I may need to do it myself. How are you doing? Just a song about you drinking perfumes on a poem to shine. Yes, not. Nobody fell on his ass when I went on holiday. Apparently better than, well, holidays I don't count, because I mean, when you go to a new city, like, or somewhere that if they have a nice perfume place or whatever, I'd like to buy something, like, I would. I have problems with Christina. You don't have any problems with Christina. Like, what do you need? Some scolding? Lunch of the day, military beans. Drop out, you give me your card, I will release you from dopamine. Exactly. You keep that card. Don't tell him. Yeah. I'll like all accountants do. Yes. Therapy for getting rid of Christina, not perfume. What? No. There's no getting rid of Christina. Christina's good for you. You know. Your therapy is Christina. Turn on. Not Hi Mitra. Well, hi Galion. How are you? Jesus Christ. Yes, you're about Christina for life. Exactly. You get a prescription of Christina for life. No quitting. Nothing. There's no quitting in that one. If you're gonna be addicted to something, be addicted to her. Did you post your new stuff in Rich's Discord? Oh, I have to take a look. Yes. And you guys for, oh, so cute. This couple is very cute. Like I hope in real world I can meet you guys one day. All of you, actually. This is goes for all of you. That would be nice to see. What's happening here? What? Okay, Sanjini, they held your comment for a moment, like for review, and just because Dick's name. Oh, don't make me cry. I'm a sensitive girly. Aw, don't cry. Don't cry. Princesses don't cry. What's that song? Back to perfume talk. Yes. Back to perfume talks. Got Tom Ford for men and Lagerfeld classic. Ooh, that sounds good. I am on a hunt for a tobacco oud intense, and I don't know why. I blame Rich for this. Like everything else, I blame my twin. I want a tobacco oud intense, and I want to smell it, and I want to know what's the difference. Maybe it would be a good thing for me to get a decant of it actually before I try it. Tom Ford for Men is very good. Very, oh really? Like a Tom Ford for Men, is that the noir, like Tom Ford Noir, or is it just Tom Ford for Men? Heavy lager for cologne. I have a Deshawn, got from Duck Glorious. Ooh, interesting. I need to give that a try. Mitra is from Tom Ford for Men, long discontinued. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't tried that. I haven't even tried the Tom Ford Noir. I mean, is Tom Ford Noir, like, there's always a rumor, but Parfum is discontinued. But then it's always in discounters. I don't know how much of it was available when it was available. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of it available. I'm in Victoria visiting my best friend. I bought a whole bunch of decants for her to try. Airport security made me throw away about 25% of them because they only fill one of their tiny. Oh my fucking god, they're such an assholes. Yeah, so they tell you that you can have up to a liter, less than like a 100 ml 100 ml each, but then the bag they give you is like this big, and if they don't fit in there, that you have to throw it out. Motherfuckers, I hate that. Chris, what? I have not seen it in discounters. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, EI Tester Hombre? No, Er Trecher Hombre. I think maybe I said it right. I don't know. Yeah, I always have to do luggage. I can't be doing luggage, to be honest. And it seems like it used to be that you could get the cheapest ticket and then, like, get your luggage and whatnot, and it would come still cheaper than the, like, a premium that had luggage in it included. But now the prices are so close, I just go for the premium, especially when I'm buying like plane tickets with my points. The guy actually suggested I throw away my Hermes Gallop 50 ml bottle to make for a decant. No, how about no? Jeez. How dare he? I know. They should probably, like, I mean, we're not even supposed to ship fragrances, but it would be really convenient if there was a post office in the airport that you could ship stuff. But anyways, how dare he? Yeah, exactly. You know what? And then they do these things. And then another time I was traveling and I had Diptyque. I was coming from Toronto. I had Diptyque Orpheon in my backpack, like the whole bottle in a box in my backpack. And I forgot when I was doing my luggage and stuff, and I forgot to take it out. And they didn't even like, didn't raise an alarm. They didn't even look at my backpack. The only way I found out, it was like I got my luggage, I opened my luggage, and I was like, where's this Diptyque that I had? I don't have it. Where is it? And I'm looking at my backpack. It's in the backpack. It's just ridiculous. Used to have a post office option many years ago. Yeah. Now it's just like throw it in the garbage. You know what happens with some of the stuff when they season. And customs. I mean, I think the customs, when they seize the stuff, it's not always destroy, despite what they say. You have to be really, really careful, and you have to read the Customs Acts and the Canada Post, the Canada Post Act, because a lot of stuff they don't have the right to seize and keep, or seize and destroy. They have to give an option of, like, pickup from wherever the thing is. So I ended up, like, one of my bottles got seized like that, but then I like, God, I went through Canada Post Act, I went through the customs, and I highlighted everything, and eventually I sent an email to them, and I say, like, I appealed their decisions, and then eventually I send an email and I say, you know what, this is a copy of email I'm going to send to CBC, and it kind of outlined everything that they had breached, and like, sure enough, I get a letter like in 2 days saying, oh, here it is, come pick it up in some location. I'm like, yeah. Gallop is a gentle, but when wild horse is running, yeah, so I need actually to try Gallop, but I think that's a lot of rose, isn't it? I think that's a lot of rose. Anywho, y'all, I gotta run to work. I'm already late for work. I hope y'all are doing well. If you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Please subscribe, push the notification button, all of that good. And have a great, purposeful day today. Love you all. Bye. Yep.